this is incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
10 yards still left on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Simeon. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Newton now on second down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They fake the give. Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Over the middle, complete. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. gun. Simeon. Green's got it over the middle. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to throw, Simeon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andy Janovich, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a first down throw for Newton. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, T.J. Ward.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Simeon. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Zach Sanchez with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. Carolina. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. Let's see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Cam's going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
In this case, I would love to be an offensive coordinator and draw up designed runs for Cam Newton.
Absolutely. And he can obviously throw it. He can pass. I mean, heck, 2015 first quarterback. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Brandon Marshall not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second down is Newton. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third and long, it's Newton. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off play action. Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out with a big loss here as he's taken down. Todd Davis. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. On the option, they'll leave it with Young, the fullback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Simeon on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Second and 10, Simeon again. And caught, right side, Green. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, Simeon. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Sanders. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Simeon throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So the run gets him the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a third and about 13.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Newton. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. And he hits his man on the out route, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Simeon gives to his fullback, Janovich. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have taken the lead. and make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy who's found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd down and 4. They fake the give. Newton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Cam's going to run the option right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone out.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. first down, Simeon. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Simeon. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So this brings up a 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Simeon. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on third down, and he did it. And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him. 2nd down following the run. From the gun, here's Simeon. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Simeon finding Thomas there to give the Broncos a first down. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. Now it's Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Virgil Green from 6 yards away. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one. Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right? Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. 20. He's back to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bird. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now a run with Anderson. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Tenth carry now for Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Broncos on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Simeon now to throw. A dump off for Charles. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Simeon now to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final...
Yeah, yeah, yeah.